Hello dear students, welcome back to physics online session. So we were discussing about a neat questions related to current and resistance. So allow me to solve that remaining questions related to current and resistance here. So just we'll solve some more numericals related to current and resistance here. So just I will read out the question. A wire of length 1 meter and diameter 0.2 millimeter has a resistance of 100 ohm. So one wire is there. So it has length 1 meter here. So length of the wire is 1 meter and diameter 0.2 millimeter here. So look at here, D is equal to what? 0.2 millimeter. So millimeter means 10 to the power of minus 3 meters. So I want resistance means radius value here. So radius means half of the dia here. So 0.1 into 10 to the power of minus 3, or I can say that 1 into 10 to the power of minus 4 meter here, okay. And resistance of the wire is 100 ohm here. So what's that resistance value here? Resistance value is 100 ohm. So 100 is nothing but 10 to the power of 2 ohm. Calculate the specific resistance of the material of the wire. So specific resistance is nothing but what? So that is resistivity. So we have connecting formula, R is equal to what? Rho L by A here. Which thing I need to find out here? Rho value. So rho shall I write it as R A by L here. So rho is equal to what? So R means 10 to the power of 2 here. So area means pi r square. Pi value is how much? 3.142. R square here. So R square means 1 square means 1. So 10 to the power of minus 8 here, squaring. Okay. Length of the wire is 1 meter. So length of the wire is 1 meter here. So look at here, 3.142 into 10 to the power of minus 8 plus 2. So that is minus 6 here, ohm meter. So we'll look at that next. Okay, read the question. If a copper wire is stretched to increase its length 0.1 percentage here. So copper wire is there. So in order to increase its length, so they mention that it is stretched to increase its length by 0.1 percentage, then percentage increase in its resistance will be. So look at here, resistance, how much percentage will increase I need to find out here. So I am having that connecting formula between length and resistance here. So for constant volume, R is directly proportional to square of its length here. So for small change in that length, so delta R by R, it is equal to what? So L square is there. So 2 times of delta L by L. So in terms of percentage means into 100 here. So how much percentage length they increased here? So length is increased by 0.1 percentage. Then delta R by R into 100. So how much percentage that resistance will get increased here? 2 into 0.1 here. So that is nothing but 0.2 percentage. How much percentage that resistance will get increased here? 0.2 percentage here in terms of percentage. Look at here, next one. A wire of resistance 18 ohm. One wire is there. Its resistance value is 18 ohm. Is drawn until its radius reduces half of its original radius. So I am going to be extend, or I am going to be stretch that wire. So for example, initial radius is R1 I can consider. So what's that initial radius here? Or initial radius R1 is R I can consider, and final radius after stretching its radius reduces half of its initial value means, so R2 I can consider that R by 2 here. And then the resistance of the wire is, which thing I need to find out here? Resistance of the wire. If that radius is this much, so its resistance value is 18 ohm. So if that radius is reduces its half of the value means, what about that resistance value I need to find out here? So look at here, At constant volume, what is the connecting formula for that resistance as well as radius here? So for constant volume, so resistance is inversely proportional to square of its area here. So inversely proportional to square of its area means, so shall I write this equation as R1 by R2 it is equal to, so what's that equation here? So A2 square by A1 square. A2 square means pi square R to the power of 4 here. So pi term will getting cancel out. So R2 to the power of 4 divided by R1 to the power of 4 here. So hope you know this formula. So just substitute the value. So R1 by R2 it is equal to, R2 value is how much? R by 2 here. So look at here, R by 2 whole to the power of 4, and so R1 value is what? So that is R to the power of 4 here. So look at here, R1 by R2. So this one is equal to what? R to the power of 4 divided by, so 2 to the power of 4 means what? So that is nothing but, so that is 16 here. So 16 into R to the power of 4. So R to the power of 4 term will getting cancel out here. So look at here, R1 by R2. So that is equal to what? 1 by 16 here. What suppose I have to find out? R2 value. R2 value is how much? R1 into 16 here. R1 value is how much? R1 value is 18 ohm here. 18 into 16. So this is the answer. So let me find out the value here. 18 into 16 here. So that is 288 ohm. So what is that new resistance here? So new resistance will be 288 ohm here. So look at here. So theoretically I know that resistance and radius or resistance and area are inversely proportional. As that radius I am decreasing, as the radius is decreased, so what about the resistance? Resistance value will get increased here. So look at here, initial radius is this much. For this radius, this will be the resistance value. So if I reduce its radius value, so then automatically resistance value will get increased here. Okay. So we'll look at next one. If an iron wire is drawn to decrease its radius by 0.5 percentage, so an iron wire is there, so I am going to reduce its radius by 0.5 percentage here. So how much radius I am going to decrease here? 0.5 percentage. Then percentage increase in its resistance will be, so look at here, delta R by R into 100. So what's the value they given? So that is 0.5 percentage. Then how much percentage that resistance will get, how much percentage resistance will get increase here. So look at here, as that radius is decreased means resistance value should get increase here. So what is the connecting formula here? So resistance is inversely proportional to 4th power of its radius here, or if you take it into the denominator, so minus of 4 here. So delta R by R into 100, so it is equal to what? So minus 4 is there, so just to omit that negative here, minus of 4 into delta L by L into 100 here. So similarly delta R by R into 100, so that is equal to what? 4 into delta L by L, so what's the value? So 0.5. So 0.5 means, so that is nothing but half, 1 by 2 percentage. So how much percentage that resistance will get increase here? Delta R by R into 100, so this will be 2%. So hope you understand this one. Okay. So next we'll look at that temperature dependence of resistance. So for that purpose we got that mathematical expression, so that is alpha is equal to what? So alpha is equal to R2 minus of R1 divided by R1 into delta of T. So R2 minus of R1 means, so what is that temperature coefficient here? So it is that change in resistance per original resistance per degree rise in temperature. So this alpha value is positive for conductors, and so that conductor you can take it as a linear conductor. So alpha is positive for linear conductors. Okay. So that alpha value is negative for that semiconductors. So it has a negative value for semiconductors and for non-linear conductors. So it is for non-linear. Non-linear means it's not in straight form. Non-linear conductors. Okay, and for semiconductors. Okay, so this alpha value is very much small for manganese wire. So remember one point. So alpha value is very much small for manganese wire. So for that purpose, in most of that experimental consideration, we are using that manganese wire. So in future we will study about that Wheatstone bridge network and potentiometer. So in all that equipment we are using that manganese wire. So the purpose is it is almost independent on temperature. So as the temperature increases, resistivity is increases or resistance is increases, you know the thing. So if that temperature is increases means resistance will get increase, in the sense you won't get that exact value. So I have to choose such a material that it won't affect much for the resistance. So for that purpose we are using that manganese wire. So the purpose of using that manganese wire is it is not affected by the temperature. It means that as the temperature increases, so there will be no change in its resistance value. So for that purpose we are using that manganese wire in case of experimental setups. So look at here. So related to these formula, we'll solve some numericals here. Okay. A wire has a resistance of 2.5 ohm at 100 degrees Celsius. So look at here, one wire is there, its resistance is 2.5 ohm. Resistance of the wire is 2.5 ohm at 100 degrees Celsius. So temperature value is 100 degrees Celsius here. Temperature coefficient of resistance of the material is, so temperature coefficient means alpha value. So that is 3.6 into 10 to the power of minus 3. So 3.6 into 10 to the power of minus 3 per Kelvin or per degree Celsius. Find the resistance at 0 degrees Celsius. So find the resistance at 0 degrees Celsius. So 0 degrees Celsius is the initial temperature and 100 degrees Celsius will be the final temperature. At this temperature R2 value is 2.5 ohm. What about that resistance at this temperature I need to find out here. So I will use this formula, or I can have that another formula. R2 is equal to what? R1 into 1 plus of alpha into delta T. So I will use this formula also even. So I am having that formula, R2 is equal to what? R1 into 1 plus alpha into delta T. So I have to find out that R1 value. Shall I rewrite here? R1 is equal to what? R2 divided by 1 plus alpha into delta T. So R1 is equal to, R2 value is how much? 2.5. 2.5. So divided by 1 plus of alpha value is how much? So 3.6 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Delta T. So T2 minus of T1, 100 minus of 0. So that is 100. 100 is nothing but what? So 10 to the power of 2 I can take it here. And R1 is equal to what? 2.5 divided by, so 10 to the power of minus 3 into 10 to the power of 2. So 10 to the power of minus 1 or 0.36. So 3.6 into 10 to the power of minus 1 or 0.36 I can take. So 1 plus of 0.36. So R1 is equal to what? 2.5 divided by 1.36, or I can consider that 25 by 13 for my convenience. 25 by 13.6, or take that 13 ones are, so 13 twos are 26 means, so that is ones are only I can consider, 13 ones are, so what's that remains, so 12 remains. So if you take that point means 120, so 120 means 13 8s are 104, so that is around about 1.8 ohm. R1 value is how much? 1.8 ohm. So look at here, as the temperature is less, resistance value is also less. As the temperature is more, resistance value is also more here. Okay. So we'll look at next question. The temperature coefficient of resistance of platinum is 3.92 into 10 to the power of minus 3 per Kelvin. So temperature coefficient means that is alpha value. So its value is, so 3.92 into 10 to the power of minus 3 per Kelvin. So 3.92, or nearly I can take that 4 into 10 to the power of minus 3 per Kelvin here. Find the temperature at which the increase in resistance of the platinum wire is 10 percentage of its value at 0 degrees Celsius. So just I will read out the question here. Find the temperature at which, so which thing I need to find out here? Find the temperature at which increase in resistance of the platinum wire is 10 percentage of its value at 0 degrees Celsius. So for example, I am having one platinum wire here, at 0 degrees Celsius its resistance will be a 100 percentage. So then 10 percentage I am increasing here. So if I am increasing the 10 percentage means, what about that R2 value here? R2 value I can consider here. So first I will find out that R2 value here. So R2 value is 10 percentage of that of R1 here. 10 percentage of that R1 means R1 is 100 percentage. So if you increase 10 percentage means 110 here. 110 by 100. So into R1 here. So R2 value is how much? 11 R1 by 10 here. So I got that R2 value here. Which thing I need to find out here? Delta of T value. So look at here. Alpha is equal to what? R2 minus of R1 divided by R1 into delta of T. So just I will take out that delta T term here. R2 minus of R1 divided by R1 into alpha. So find the value here. R2 is how much? 11 R1 by 10 minus of R1 divided by R1 into, what's that value of alpha? 4 into 10 to the power of minus 3. So delta of T is equal to, so 10 R1, so 11 R1 minus of 10 R1 divided by 10 here, whole divided by R1 into 4 into 10 to the power of minus 3 here. So look at the value. Delta of T is equal to, so 11 R1 minus of 10 R1, so that is R1 divided by, so 10 R1 into 4 into 10 to the power of minus 3. R1 term will getting cancel out here. Delta of T is equal to what? 1 divided by 4 into 10 to the power of minus 3 is there, and 10 to the power of 1 is there. So minus 2. So 1 by 4 is nothing but what? 0.25 into. So 10 to the power of minus 2 goes to numerator. So 10 to the power of 2. So delta of T is equal to what? So 25 degree Celsius here. So if you heat up the wire at 25 degrees Celsius, then that resistance becomes 10 percentage of the original value. So this is about temperature coefficient of resistance.